today. He's either going to make us very happy or make us very sad. I guess we'll see soon enough, right? We're not going to talk to him just yet. Just going to wait a little bit. But hello everyone and welcome to the weekly reset stream. A bit of a different face than you might be used to seeing, in case you don't know me. Hi, hello, I'm Dennis. I've been working for the channel for a bit now. And usually I take over the weekly reset streams when Jor isn't here, which today is also the case. He is currently away, so that's why I'll be taking over. But thanks everyone for joining nevertheless. And we're gonna do some fun stuff today. We're gonna, of course, be checking in on Redda. Hello, Discards, it's good to see you too. It doesn't say like Jordan somewhere in the stream title, right? God, I hope not. That would be awkward. I feel like people are already disappointed when he's not here. Ben just quoting every YouTube comment ever. But let's go check up on Redda, because that's of course the first thing we do here, and rate the selection. I did see the new Gotham Knights trailer, Andre, and I thought it looked very cool. I'm actually kind of getting excited for the game. Alright. I saw people talking before stream what we wanted to see. Dragon Knight was high on the Dragon Mount was high on the wish list. We'll see if that comes true. That would be sick. No, doesn't look like it. Daily are the Holy Knight pants, which sure these are the Gothic bracers, so the Sauron armor. That's pretty cool. Zukwe, which I think is a rooster reskin. It's a very bright red rooster. Draugr back tattoo. The lunar armor, which I didn't get, which was the first. That was the Chinese inspired one, right? That also had the Guandao as a weapon, which was a spear and not an Atgeir for some reason, which made no sense. Increases health and range resistance when equipped. Getting hit while surrounded by more than 2 enemies creates a gust of wind that pushes them back. Final part sounds kind of interesting, but you need a lot of them for that. The bayonet sword. Okay. That one is pretty cool. I'd argue the, what's it called? The Nameless from the Knights of the Round Table set is better, but it has a similar perk on it. This one just stuns and that one does damage. And the Dragon Knight armor increases fire damage and fire damage resistance, and a ring of fire explodes after delay. That one wasn't that good, from what I remember. But we'll equip it nevertheless. So Dragon Knight armor, Gothic bracers. Thank you for your so people can see. That's a decent selection. I'd say that's a 6 out of 10. Maybe 6.5. Okay. Dragon Knight chest piece. Where you at? There are so many. Oh, I didn't check which one it was. Did anyone see if it's blood or or shining? I forgot to check. Really, Ben? Dragon Knight is awesome. I find it kind of hard to hit because it's only like the outer lining of the circle. It's not like an AoE. It's literally a circle. The red one. Thanks, Discards. So it's this one, which is pretty cool. We'll take off the cloak as well so you can see it better. Now that is one fine looking chest piece, I have to say. The broken effect on the right arm, also really cool. You are right in the fact that everything's better than tattoos. I will give you that. And then the Gothic bracers are over here. Yeah, there we go. Also very... This combo is actually sick. Hello there. The Mold Squad's all here. So good to have you guys. This combo actually looks sick. So for transmog purposes, absolutely spend your opal. For the stats, Gothic set was pretty good. You only need 2 pieces of it. Plaza, of course you can ask a question. I don't know if I can answer it though, but I'll try my best. Yeah, okay. So running around with this, we're gonna be running around like that. And now. So what we're going to be doing this stream is checking out the new store items. I see Grayson asking any new store items. These released last week, I think. I think they look pretty cool. I would once again like to extend my condolences to any Valhalla fans still hoping for a new Viking type armor, because at this rate I don't think it's ever going to happen. Which I'm truly sorry, but I also think it's kind of funny. But the weapons we got now are these kind of... They're more sci-fi than steampunk, I guess, but they have these moving parts that kind of construct the blade. I guess the best analogy we have is a transformer blade, I suppose. See, that's what I mean. So it kind of constructs itself. This one kind of looks like Noctis' sword from Final Fantasy 15. Unless I'm misremembering that, but like the central part here. Engine blade was it called? I don't remember. Then we have a second one that looks like this. Which has this sort of rose that unfolds there. This one is looking very cool, I think. It looks like someone nabbed the horn from like a sci-fi narwhal and then turned it into a weapon. You'll have to excuse my crazy analogies here. Plaza, no more missions available, so you already done all the post-launch content stuff like River Raids and Tombs of the Fallen and stuff like that. Because in that case, I mean, you can go for map completion, I guess, if you think that's fun. But yeah, there's nothing you really have to do. Then again, is there really ever an open world game? So the two other swords you get from this pack, so they're all swords, are this one, the Amalgam Sword, which is a very cool, like, construction animation. It kind of folds the top part in and then locks it in. And the final one is the Elemental Claymore, which just has a big spiky crystal boy in the middle. So we'll get over the perks as we cover each weapon, because I don't really know what they're going to be doing anyway. I've learned to expect that in Valhalla, a perk description doesn't always tell you what the perk is going to do. Which is why it's actually sort of fun to try stuff out. And to see if it works the way it does. So we're going to go to my favorite area for testing new stuff. If you're ever looking for an area with just a boatload of enemies, you go here to Portchester at the bottom of the map. There's also another neat little trick that I'll show you if you want to try AoEs. Dennis' opinion on Overwatch 2. I'm really not inclined to give my opinion on a game that I haven't played yet. So, sorry, nothing out of me. I haven't played it. And Lazy Cinema, when do you think New Game Plus will be in the game? Jose has consistently said in the interviews he did with Yor that if the team adds New Game Plus, that it will be either at the end of the cycle, after they've released the final piece of content, or not at all. So, if it's coming after the final piece of content, it's either coming with the last chapter update that should still be coming this year, if I'm remembering it correctly, or after. But definitely not before. Okay, we're just going to ignore these people because we want to get to the good spot. This one should be fun, actually. I tried to read up on the perk, because I wasn't sure what it did. Monster is Among Us. No, they haven't added it yet. Like I said, they will be adding it if they add it after the final piece of content has released, which it hasn't yet, but we know what that is going to be. So after that, or at the same time, but not before. Alright, here we are. Hey Dennis, at the end of the Forgotten Saga was the Desmond Miles' spirit. I've heard we haven't heard the last of him, even though he died saving the world. I have not played the Forgotten Saga, so I can't really talk about the ending of that. I know, it's a crime. We run an Assassin's Creed channel, haven't played the Forgotten Saga, haven't played Tombs of the Fallen, or haven't completed the Mastery Challenges either. But hey, I'm sorry, can't talk about that either. Okay, so let's see. The weapons we have here, I'm going to press record just so we have some footage in case we need it. The weapons we have here are the Furling Blade and the Vorpal Cutlass. Very cool names. What they do is on a perfect attack, they will cause an explosion that deals bonus fire damage. This one will do the same with poison damage. And I was wondering, like, what the hell perfect attacks, I kind of forgot. So the thing is, there is this skill, if I remember where it is in the skill tree. There we go. Perfect attack. Press R1 again during a weapon swing to do more damage on the next hit. So it's kind of really easy. I'm just going to ignore Twitch chat for a moment. You guys are misbehaving and you know it. It's not gonna happen. Stop asking about it. But if you swing, and then you press the button again near the end of the swing, you will see that above the health bar, a tiny little axe will appear with like a stacking buff in it. That means you've triggered perfect attack. So I'll show you. See? There the axe appeared on the first attack, so we kind of need to... There we go. Now we're stacking the buff. And the idea is that if we are stacking that buff and we're hitting an enemy, we should trigger an explosion. So it should be fun. Should be fun. Hello, gentlemen. That is sick. What? That is... They're both triggering at the same time as well. So effectively, this means you no longer need Fire Strike or, what's it called? Poison Strike. Because as long as you are timing your button inputs correctly, which honestly isn't that hard to do, as I'm discovering right now. Might be hard to do against multiple dudes though. No, here we are. We're stacking it. But you're just doing elemental damage. That is insane. That is so good. Okay. Well, I think I found my new favorite combo in the game, because that also means you're going to be proccing Battlefield Cremation and whatever the skill for the Poison Clouds is, which means elemental damage will be stacking onto other enemies as well. Hey, look at this. This is crazy. I can't even see where the hell I'm going, but I know I'm having fun. Okay. It is also hitting multiple enemies. Okay. This is a bit insane. I'm not going to lie. And it's so easy to trigger. Like, I know I'm missing it on some of the attacks, but even still, it's so powerful. What the hell? What was the league name of the light sword set? You mean the lightsabers? Oh, I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name. It's so broken. Alright. That has been fun. We're gonna swap to another one next after we take care of these people. Yeah, alright. So, let's do the Elemental Claymore, because that one sounded like fun. So what that should do, according to the item description, a beam extends from the blade after a special attack, dealing bonus damage to defense, which I assume means the stagger bar or the stun bar, because I don't know what else defense means. And the special attack is of course the running charge you do. We're gonna unequip that, otherwise it's not going to trigger. Alright. So, it should... Okay, you need to hit it. I said you need to hit it. Come here, damn you. Oh, oh, that does a lot of stun damage. Okay, I see. And there is a cooldown on it, which is good. Would feel a bit broken if there wasn't. But it's only 10 seconds, so we're gonna see if we can hit this guy, whether or not it will pierce the shield. That should be interesting. Let's do it. I am struggling so much with it. There we go. Oh my lord, that took away almost 2/3 of his stun bar. So if we do it again, we pretty much insta-stun it. Oh, the Vibrant Weapon Pack. Thank you for looking that up, Dennis. There we go. Okay. Also pretty good, I have to say. Much better than I was expecting. And it will only do the... This is kind of a lightsaber. It's not the lightsaber pack, I know, but it is kind of a lightsaber. Oh, it was still on cooldown. That's unfortunate. Now it should work. There we go. It does so much damage. And I was right in the assumption that it damages their stun bar. This is insane. Okay, never mind. I didn't want to do this. There we go. Just insta-stunned. Alright. That's been fun. What is the armor in the thumbnail? If I remember correctly, that is the Russ armor from the Wrath of the Druids DLC. Okay, and now the final one seems the least interesting, but so far these have all been surprisingly fun, so maybe I'm wrong. Getting hit or hitting an enemy increases the stack. Finisher deals double damage on full stack. Okay. I do like the look of this one very much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no cooldown on it. That's great. 7, 8. Okay, so now we're at full stacks. Now all we need to do is hit a finisher and it should do double damage. I don't think this boy will survive until we hit the finisher, or maybe he will. It's 118. That's pretty good. I want to see if we can find another one of the big boys to try this on, because I feel like that would be more appropriate. We can, of course, already charge it up on this dude, because there is literally no cooldown on it. That's kind of good. But we need a big boy. And I know there are more big boys in this area. I have seen them. I know they exist. I hope they bring back multiplayer in their next Assassin's Creed game. I wouldn't be banking on the next. Like Mirage, I don't think is going to have multiplayer. But we do know that they are looking at bringing back the prospect of multiplayer. I just think it's going to be some time before we actually see that. Do I need more stacks? I do. Now I don't. Okay. Hello? Any gentlemen with big health bars wanting to fight over here? Maybe over this way. Real DGG, I don't know. Maybe someone in chat does, but if I had to guess, I would assume it's because it's the roguelike content that technically speaking you're never done. So maybe it will never appear from your quest log, but that seems weird. Did you reach like the end of it? Did you reach like the final boss and everything? Okay. Let's get it. 1, 2. Oh, really? And that did no damage because it was blocking. Bit unfortunate. Oi. I do have full stack, so that's good. That didn't hit anybody, so we're good. I guess we'll just have to take it out on you then. Again, he blocked it. That is really unfortunate. We'll get it. We'll get it. I do feel that my assumption that this one would be the least interesting is correct. It also just stacks when you hit him. You don't even have to do damage. That is good. I want this guy to attack me though. Because now, every time it's just a block. I can get him. Never mind. We're good. I can for sure get this guy. I'll just have to take care of the rest before I do. How many archers did you bring, my dude? Jesus. Just kill everything else first. I just want to demonstrate to the nice people. Oh, that definitely did more damage than the previous one did. For sure. Nice execution there. Are you joking? Oh, now I didn't hit him, so it doesn't count. 1, 2, bam. Oh, come on. 1, 2, hit him. There we go. Okay, that is a lot of damage. I will admit. But there's like no visual effect on it either. I just think the other ones are way more exciting. Finished it about 8 times, going to be really annoying if it stays. If you plan to finish anything. Yeah, I get that. Man, I don't know. Have you reported like a ticket to Ubisoft support? I mean, they can probably tell you if it's intentional or not, but like I said, since I haven't played it, I wouldn't know how to solve it either. Hey, we have Dennis coming in Twitch chat with the items for Sargon, if anyone's interested in that. So, of course, Sargon's also still here. He should not be forgotten. Although I think that the usual customers are very happy that Yor doesn't show up anymore to throw people into the water. So that's good. But we have the Wine Waistband. The Legendary Waist from the Dionysos set. The Abstergo Soldiers. And that is it, I think, yeah. The Amalgam Sword looked like a remake of Cloud Buster Blade. This one, yeah. It's like a more sleek version of it. Because the Buster Blade is like... It is a knife and a chopping board in one. This one, I think, still kind of counts as a sword. I do really like the look of this one, though. But again, I think... These are the... where are they? The one-handed swords, the Furling Blade and the Vorpal Cutlass, those are insane. Going to be re-equipping them. To see if I can... I don't think I have any bosses anymore in the game. I don't have the Valkyrie arena yet, because I didn't play much of Dawn of Ragnarok either. The conclusion of the day is I'm just horribly behind on Valhalla stuff. That's about it. Is there a boss fight I can do? Steinbjorn's also dead? I don't think I can. I know there are 2 chunky boys here, so we'll just go here and take care of the chunky boys. Should be fun. And I think... No, the rest of the red items weren't that exciting either. I do have another idea of what we can do. It's not the return of the Yomi backstories, unfortunately. We're not going to do that. We got haters in chat. On Valhalla? Oh no! It's funny how, like, at one point, because I've recorded so much footage for Valhalla, it's like... I kind of know where to get specific enemy spawns. Because it's like... You probably notice it when you're first playing through the game. When you do it so much, you kind of have like a map in your head where if you want to record specific footage where you need to go. So if I am looking for thick boys, the Goliaths, I just call them thick boys. I think that's a perfectly acceptable name. You go here. Because there are 2 of them. Ow. That was highly unnecessary. Okay. Get dragged by your own rock. There's 1 thick boy. Now we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need to get... Yeah, there we go. For some reason, the timing seems off when I'm trying it during a fight. Whereas I didn't really have an issue. Never mind. We're doing great. Need to press it faster? Maybe. No, definitely not. That's not working. Where's the man-at-arms? Oh, there's the other thick boy. Hello, buddy! There we go. That was a good combo. We're slowly getting better. It's just... It is so insane. Like, the potential of this when you actually get good at it. Because I'm kind of just winging it, to be honest. And it's, it's not working out. This is the only annoying part, though. I kind of... Even though it's kind of useful, I would recommend turning the whole giant toxic cloud whenever you kill a single enemy off. Because that seems like a bit much. Yeah, there you are. See, that was a good run. There we go. Fire reset, you think so? Shouldn't have given it a 6. Now I feel bad about it. Alright. I think we've seen enough of these. There was another fun thing that we haven't really looked into. Which I think should be fun to do with you guys as well. But for that we need to head back to the settlement. So I'm gonna get out of combat and then we can go back. I have been using the blazing sword since it shoots the projectiles. Yeah, that thing is looking insane. Like the most crazy weapon I feel like they've added in a long time. And it's free too. That is pretty cool. Are we out of combat? I think we are. Alright. Back to the settlement we go. Thanks for joining, Scott. I'll see you in the next one. Just gonna say, loading is taking a bit long. And I could really do without that line popping up every single time. Boot the game. Fight a zealot? I can't. They're all dead. And they have been for a very long time. Where was it again? It's up there, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's my guy. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at the runes available in the runesmith system. And see if we can come up with some cool ideas of our own. What does cool ideas of our own mean? It means we'll be ignoring 80% of the stat buffs we're getting because they don't do anything. But the rest of them we can make some pretty cool stuff with, I think. Alright, so what do we have? Increase assassination damage when crouched and undetected. No. Increase armor to lower your health. Additional increase to critical chance. I don't like playing around at low health. Increases armor, increases... I think what I remember is only one of these is actually good. Which is this because it increases speed. And this increases speed after stunning an enemy. But the armor runes aren't really that interesting. The ones we want to be looking at are these. Because I feel like there are some interesting things we could do here. So let's go over them. Increases critical chance when hitting weak points. It's okay on a bow, but I'm not using a bow much. But if you were, I think it would be pretty good. Because critical chance is actually one of the stats that does do something. So if you want to increase a stat, I think critical chance is a pretty good place to put it. Because that actually does something. You really notice the increase in crits if you start stacking a couple of these. The other stats I would recommend putting some time and effort into if you want to do a build with that are ability damage. Because that does a lot. And speed. And I don't mean drugs, don't do those. I mean the stat. Lucius Prime, thank you for the donation. What armor set are you wearing? Currently, I am currently wearing the chest piece and gloves that are available at Reda. So the Dragon Knight torso and the Gothic set bracers. So Iron Man is there in the Helix store, I understand, or just Thanos. Has Iron Man released? I don't think it has, right? I think I do need to reboot my game in order to check that, but I haven't seen anybody else speak about it yet. Yeah, little RPG. We'll get to that. That one's really good. But yeah, critical chance worth it. Critical chance after each hit, way better, but that's of course already on the Viper bow. And I don't think those stack with each other. I don't think you can put like a chain deft rune on the Viper bow to have a double stack. Increase speed when hitting weak points. Once again, also pretty good if you use a bow. Increase stun when hitting weak points. Critical chance the lighter you are. Pretty good if you're wearing light armor. Increases attack when close to full health. So many stat increases. We're all going to ignore those. Alright, so throw a smoke bomb after a close range shot. I think it's pretty cool that you can now take this from a Predator bow. Because I think it was on a Predator bow and put it on a light bow. For instance. I might actually try that out. Because that does seem like a useful way to reset a fight. So we'll grab that. emergency smoke. That's what you call the last cigarette you always save inside your coat pocket. Anyway, stealth headshot creates a sleep cloud around the body. We're not going to be doing much headshots anyway. Ability damage with low health. Ability damage good, low health bad, obviously. Automatically spawn a trap. Could be useful for like a more sneaky type of build, but not obviously for those of you who know me, I'm not really feeling that one right now. Increase critical damage when close to full health. Critical damage doesn't really do anything, so I wouldn't recommend putting points into that unless they've changed it, but I don't think they did. Increases stun, increases attack, increases critical damage. Ignite your weapon after critical hit. So, one fun thing you could do, and I think I might already have the runes for that, is just stack crazy critical chance and then put something like this on one of your weapons. That's actually pretty good. It doesn't ignite it for long, I think. So you're still way better off with something like the swords that I just showed. But this one is okay. But I think I already have this one. Heavy combo finishes with a chance to drop a poison cloud. Really good. I prefer the firebomb one, which Little RPG already recommended. So we're going for that. But as an alternative, this is really good. Increase heavy damage when low health. No. Attack after heavy finisher. No. This is the one you want. Heavy finisher hits with a chance to drop a firebomb. That one's pretty good. Increase speed when close to full health. That one's also good for more stat things, but I feel like this is way more exciting to put in your weapon. Critical damage. Instant ignore. Heavy hits on fallen enemies poison them. It's not that good. Heavy finishers and criticals blind all enemies around. Is okay. But I'd argue, and I see a lot of people saying it in chat as well, if you are putting like a mythical rune on a weapon, just put the Mjolnir rune on it. Mjolnir rune's way better. That one's actually insane. Enemies attack, or increases attack the further you are from your enemies. Big nope, heavy damage after heavy finisher, big nope. This one is really good, and also one of the few that wasn't already available in the game, so definitely worth getting, but that's a cop, that's too obvious. It's like, what's the best weapon in the game, or one of the best weapons? It's Mjolnir, so you can just put that effect on any weapon. Arguably, that makes it the best rune then. The shields aren't that interesting apart from Fire Guard. Parrying has a chance to create a small fire around you. You can, of course, put this on another weapon too, which I think makes it really interesting. So I like putting this on like my offhand weapon. Heavy damage when parrying, no. Restore the health after blocking. That's only good on a shield, of course. So it could be nice if you're going for a healing shield build to pair this with the effect from the Britain shield. So you can have both on block and on parry. Same thing with this. I do want to see it on the new swords. That's a fun idea. We'll try that, actually. That's going to be monstrous. Restore some health on a parry is good. Again, you can either go for the firebomb or for that one, or for the poison cloud on a parry from the Morgan's Guard, and then ignite weapons on parry from the Bloodwolf is, of course, also very nice. Did I miss any good perks? The Copus perk, of course. Healing on a crit, especially when you're doing that crit build I was talking about. Really good. Apart from that, Smoke Bomb on kill when outnumbered is a bit specific. And we have the Smoke Bomb on a close range shot on the bow as well. The OP Lightning Spear perk is not available because none of the DLC items are available, unfortunately, Jacob. Otherwise, you just put that on everything. That's even better than the Mjolnir one, for sure. Speed when dodging is also kind of okay, actually. None of these are really all that interesting. This one's kind of okay, but again, there are more exciting things for sure. No, that's about it. So, the one thing we're going to be trying, what chat suggested, is the Mjolnir perk on the new swords, which is going to be silly. And then another thing I want to try out is the... Let's go with the Firebomb on heavy finisher and fire ring on parry. I think that should be fun. Oh god, I have to look for it. There's so many of these. What was the trick? You short by the last loot and then you go to the bottom. Yeah, that would have been really cool on Mjolnir. You have like 2 types of lightning at the same time. There we go. I have multiple of these. So we should be good to put it on both. I'm kind of afraid of what we've created here, chat, but... if they want us to break the game, we'll break the game, alright? Where are you? Socketed in Viper. Oh yeah, I tried that out. Doesn't work. Because it specifically states melee hit. And I was like, but does it? It does. The red armor I'm wearing, Zusa, is currently the chest piece available at Reda. It is the blood version of the Dragon Knight armor torso. And it is really cool looking. Let's think. Another spot with a lot of enemies is over here in London. So we'll try it out there. This is gonna be fun and carnage. Oh, for sure. They don't stand a chance. They don't know what's gonna hit them. I'm looking forward to Red. How about you, Dennis? I'm still having my doubts about it, mainly because I feel, and I know there were people talking about haters in chat, but this is a bit of criticism on Valhalla from my side. They said they were going to be doubling down on the RPG elements for that. If it's like Odyssey, I'm fine with that. If it's like this, I'm not, because this feels like there are RPG mechanics in it, but it just convolutes things. It doesn't really do anything. A lot of the stats don't work because they're capped, because they don't want you to feel too overpowered. But that just results in a lot of people reaching the cap by simply investing skill points and stats not really doing anything anymore. So if they are going to make an RPG, I want it to be like Odyssey. I want it to feel like where I'm really way more stronger at the end because I've leveled up and I've got all these crazy weapons. I want my stats to matter. I want crazy builds like the 100% crit chance build or like an elemental damage build. Because that's what makes an RPG fun, or at least that's one of the things that make it fun in my opinion. I know that's not where a lot of people want to see the Assassin's Creed franchise go. And I think that's why it's very cool that we have a game like Mirage now and something like Red after, so they can do both. But I do really want them to double down then on the RPG mechanics and make it more like Odyssey. Because I feel like that might not have been... I agree, or at least I don't agree, but I see why people think it's not a good Assassin's Creed game. But I do think it was a very good open world RPG. Especially the RPG mechanics. You could make some insane builds in Odyssey. And I think that is part of the fun of that power fantasy. And I want to see that in Red. And if they don't do that, I'm sure it'd still be a good game. But I'm less interested because I feel like, well, if you're not going to go all the way with the RPG styles, then why are you even including it? Will fighting style be like an old karate movie like Bruce Lee? Enter the Dragon is what I overheard. Oh, that would be cool. Like I'm hoping, honestly. I've been replaying that game out of nowhere, but I hope that for combat they kind of look at what Neo did, where you have like the different stances, so you can perform way different combos with like the same weapon. Neo's combat system is so good. It's not. Oh, it's of course not a finisher. I was gonna say, it's not doing the thing I wanted to do. But we need to get to the finisher. It's still not doing the thing. Is it a heavy? No, it's not only a heavy finisher, right? I am bamboozled. Let's try with a heavy combo. Okay, so I saw some lightning there, but it's not triggering the explosion. My question is why? No, only heavy finishers. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure that only heavy finishers is only the Charlemagne, or not the Charlemagne sword, Excalibur, King Arthur, Charlemagne, potato. Every melee hit has a chance to do stun damage, and I think if we take a look at Mjolnir, we'll see that finishers guarantee it. Where's your rep? He is currently away, which is why I'm taking over the stream. But don't worry, he will be back next week. Yeah, 100%. So is it... Now I'm very confused. But I think I have an idea on what it might be. So, like the true scientists that we are, we will be testing this hypothesis. No, never mind. That won't work. Because that... My guess is that it might be because they are on a DLC weapon. That's why they're not working. That does seem very unlikely. Let's bring back the lawnmower. Wait a minute. You can do the lawnmower with the stun rune. That might be the build. We might finally be able to bring it back. We might be able to make it good again. It works with Gabe Bull. Yeah, I was gonna say, it worked with more weapons than I don't remember being restricted by anything when I was trying it out. But, like, at this point, I feel there has to be something. Because it didn't trigger. It triggered the lightning effect on, like, a hit. But it's not triggering the stun damage explosion. Really strange. I'm confused. If anyone knows what it is... we're gonna do this. Speed runes would help. Yeah, I mean it would help, but we're not going for like a super optimal build here. So, see, there you go. It is working on this. It's still not making the lawnmower worth it, unfortunately. That one's still terrible. But this does work. Sure, I'll reboot the game in a bit. To check if it has appeared in the store. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. This is a better combo than I was expecting. Not gonna lie. And then the other fun thing you can do, which is kind of what I already had set up, which is restore a low amount of health on each critical hit with crit chance runes. And then in the offhand, you do ignite your weapon after a critical hit. And then you have a lot of fun, because you will be scoring many crits. So you will be igniting your weapons pretty often. Which is also pretty good. And then you also heal when you actually take damage. But you are too strong, so you won't be taking any damage. Hi, buddy. Oh, never mind. You will be taking damage. I lied. Can we get some more crits? Yes, thank you. But the main thing about this is just the fact that this wasn't available to, like, get guaranteed. You'd have to get, like... Do you see how many crits we're doing? And that's just with runes in, like, the weapon. I haven't even increased crit chance by any other source. But yeah, this is working pretty well. This is pretty good. Alright, enough fun. We're leaving. I said we're leaving. Because there's one more thing I need to check. Again, for people asking, the armor I'm wearing, this is the chest piece currently available at Redda. So if you want it and you have the opals, you are able to get it. It is the blood version of the Dragon Knight armor set. Yes, sheep. Run. Are we done? I don't think we are, because we haven't put the... Oh, we have put the plates away. Alright, I'll return into the settlement. And then we'll do a quick reboot. Just a quick one. I don't think it's going to be there. I feel like chat already would have said it. Come on, load. It's taking so long with the settlement. That doesn't bode well for the festival. Because that's still coming, right? It's like end of October? Yeah, okay. So we can close game, start game. Boom. And now we wait. Also, sorry for missing it. Thank you so much for the subscription, Sir Sitsalot, and the 17-month streak is of absolute insanity. Thank you so much for your support. Any word on the new samurai gear? No, we are literally going to check right now if there are any new packs in the store, but I don't think there will, because I feel like if there would have been, someone in chat would have already said it. So prepare to be disappointed, I guess. But because you ask nicely, I will check. Now I kind of want to figure out what the deal is with the swords. I'm frustrated that it didn't work because it feels like it should be so good and then it wasn't. Okay. We go to the store. Forgotten, no. Character. No, Blessed Warrior is the final one. Alright. Well, we're gonna wrap up the stream there, because that was the last thing I was going to do anyway. Thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, we are always working on more Assassin's Creed videos, whether that's on Valhalla, Mirage, Red, so you can expect a lot more. If you are not subscribed to the channel already, you can of course do so to make sure you stay up to date on Assassin's Creed and all the other games we're going to be covering, because there's of course some exciting stuff still coming out in the final weeks of this year. That's going to be really cool. Thanks everyone for joining the stream. Thank you mods for modding. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it